Janice Russell, Overseer of Order with Minding Your Matters, here to talk about holiday planning. Now, we already talked a little bit about some overview stuff, but let me reiterate, please, as we talk today, that you need to reevaluate some habits around what you've always done that you may not really want to do, or looking at the calendar before you say yes to something. You also want to overcome some internal clutter, such as training your mind to really enjoy the season and to aim for excellence and not necessarily for perfection. So I want you to keep those things in mind as today we talk about checklists, holiday cards, and a holiday newsletter. Now, I'm not assuming that you do all of these, but in case you do, here are some ideas that might make your life a little bit easier. First of all, checklists. There are things that you do every single season, probably, and having a checklist is a great way to not have to reinvent the wheel. So you can make your own checklist using a Word document, using an Excel spreadsheet. You might handwrite it and just make copies from year to year. There also are plenty of online checklists that are free, and you'll find some more of those on our holiday resource location. So just know that checklists can be very important to you, but they can be as detailed or as general as you want them to be, and don't feel like you need to use them if they don't work for you. By the way, don't forget you can have them on your handheld smartphones or anything of that nature as well. Now, cards. A lot of people send cards. First thing is, if you haven't gone to doing labels on the computer are great because then you can just print them out from year to year, make quick updates. It's an easy way to get the labels on your cards. Another thing is, if you have children, please get them involved. They can put the labels on the cards, they can put the stamps on, the reverse address labels. You get to decide, but it means that you don't have to do everything. If you are writing a newsletter, please know that you do not also have to write a personal note in the card. You can just sign the card and leave the newsletter as your news. And later on you can send an email with other updates if you want. But that way you don't feel like you have to do a newsletter and then a personal note to everybody. The other thing is, of course, to start your card prep early. You don't have to do it all at once. You could start tomorrow by putting the return address labels on or the stamps on. So again, you get to decide how you want to do that. Now, another thing about cards is these days there are vendors that will actually send them out for you. So Hallmark, send out cards. There are probably others too that will do most of the work for you. So you can get other people to do it. Last of all is your newsletter. First of all, consider keeping one as a draft on your computer, and that way you can just sort of update it throughout the year. You could share the responsibility for writing it. You know, you and anyone in your household could each do a paragraph. And then that way you don't have to do the whole entire thing. Or again, you could decide not to do a newsletter at all whatsoever. Or you could decide just to do a card and just send out a newsletter mid-year. It's completely up to you, and you don't have to do what you've always done in the past. You get to decide what works for you. Now, in future videos, we're going to cover things like gifts, parties, decorating, post-holiday activities, and storage. And in the meantime, if you need help with organizing, coaching, anything around time management for the holidays or stuff management around the holidays, please feel free to contact us via our website, mindingyourmatters.com. Have a great holiday!